So we're live. Already! Okay, so we're just getting everything set up. That's the doggy. Let's see. I'll make sure I adjust it. I might have to bring that up some. And Jimmy, no, it's not. Oh, it's just now 10 o'clock, guys. So let me see if I can actually. So if anybody's on, say something if you're on, please. And let me know if you can see everything. All right? We're just getting everything set up. Didn't want to be late coming on. So let me know if you can hear me. Say hola. Okay, so we have the trays. That. I gotta grab the Parmesan cheese as well. Okay? So can you see it clearly? I come in front of the camera. Hello. Are you out there? So if you can see clearly, say something, guys. And I'm gonna get my, you gotta bring your cell phone, love, so you can look. We're getting everything set up real fast. It's 2 minutes after 10. And we're gonna do our cook along and get it started. And hubby's here, he's grabbing some stuff. I'll be right back, guys. Let me grab my chopstick. I gotta grab my chopstick. Where is it? It was here. Okay, babe.
Let's see.
Hi, Leona. What are you doing? Did we give her a bone?
That's how close. Okay. So, I'm sure you can see me now.
Can you see Leona, though? Look at that face. Say, get that camera out my face. That's our pup.
We gotta get this a little bit higher. Alright, guys. So, happy Saturday to you.
Saturday.
Sorry, I'll adjust the camera. Let me fix it up. We gotta do some adjustments here. And alright, so try it that way. Back it up a little bit, maybe. And do some adjustments. And you can hear her little feet scooting everywhere.
Hopefully she eats it. She takes the bone. Okay.
Kind of harder.
Is that better?
No.
We're trying to adjust it, guys. We just didn't want to be late getting on. Okay, that chops my head off a little bit. But, let me see.
Okay, just tell
Hopefully
me.
you have your cell phone over there so you can see where we're at. Oh no, see, like, I don't have, now my eyes are gone. Okay, that's good. That's perfect, actually. That looks better, guys. If you want to bring, you can even bring it closer if you like.
Well, I gotta still get in, so.
You're going to be sitting down, remember?
I
Unless
have
you don't
to
want
sit
to.
down.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, because you're taller than me.
Actually, I need a bench to sit on. So.
Go get the bench. Are you going to go get the bench?
Well, I'm gonna get in this. We need another bench.
Okay.
Like another, not bench. But,
Trying to get things organized in the beginning. So we're just trying to wait, see if a couple of you more peeps get on so we can start our cook along. Oh, I see what you did. I don't know if she ate that bone. She might have buried it.
I think she buried it.
She's been is this normal, guys? Because you know we just got the pup, and she's been taking, like, we get these bone treats. She'll take the bone treat, walk away with it, and I'm like, oh, you're done already, and come back. And I found out that she's been taking it, and she buried one in the couch. So she kind of like shoved it in between the couch, because we have a sectional, like different sections to the couch that can be pieced together, like 6 of them. So she shoved it in and buried it in the couch. Then she shoved it in our basket over there where we keep our actual blankets and stuff. She shoved one over there and buried it. So she'll take the bone and bury it. Is that like, I know dogs bury bones actually, but it's like a bone treat. So
Actually, it is a bone. So it's a bone treat.
but you can chew it and eat it.
Well, that's what they can do with bones, but it's not so strong. But she seems to find that that's the only way to deal with it is to
bury it
in the house. So she'll use blankets, pillows.
Yes.
She uses whatever and figures out somehow to bury it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the recipe.
She'll bury it behind the console, the TV console.
I'll be right back.
She buries it. She just buries it. She's good at burying it.
I don't know if she buried this one. So I need to get the Parmesan cheese. I hate to tell you. I need to
So she has to come into the fridge.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is the weekend and Saturday. I'm trying to get to the lives. I don't see the live on here. Give me a minute while I try to locate.
I was trying to find it too. Are we, so if you're on, guys, say something so we can see if the live is going. You don't want to be recording all this time and it's not happening.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What the heck? Seriously.
Oh, it's live. It says it's live. I see our faces.
Oh, you know why? I know why now.
I see our
Because
faces.
I'm not. I was going on to another social network, which is not.
We're not on Instagram.
So.
All right. So
Here we go.
If you're there, say hello.
We're on.
I'm gonna say hello.
Just to make sure that somebody's there.
Yeah. Okay. Either way, though, we'll just keep going. Okay. So today we're going to be making. I'm gonna find the recipe real fast. Flaxseed crackers. So it's a cracker recipe that I made at one point because of the fact that I could not find my Mary Gone crackers that I really enjoyed before. I used to get them at Costco, like a big old bulk recipe, not recipe, sorry, big old bulk box of the crackers, and they stopped having them. So that when I went to Costco, they said, "Oh, that's just seasonal. We get them every now and then." I'm like, "Seasonal? Why is a cracker seasonal?" But anyway, I went to the store to go try to find those crackers, and at the store, the little tiny box with like 20 crackers maybe in it. It was like $6.99, or it was kind of pricey for that little bit of amount, you know.
Yeah.
So I ended up saying, you know what, let's come home and just make me some crackers. So that's where the origin of these crackers came from. And they're super easy. The recipe is easy. I'm about to pull it out right now. And today we're going to be making the Parmesan flaxseed crackers. And flax seeds are, of course, very healthy for you. They have the omegas in there, the oils. I think it's omega 3 and 6 is in flaxseed. It's good for your body, especially for women, overall body, for women especially. So, yeah.
Good.
Do you
Yeah.
have anything to say about that?
No. Except for omega-3s.
Omega 3. Yeah, so in the recipe though, it'll be 1 cup of flaxseed meal. So I like to use any flaxseed meal that's healthy, just plain flaxseed meal, nothing added in it, you know. You don't need to have anything added in flaxseed meal. Or if you have whole flax seeds, you can grind them up. Sometimes I will make it with whole flax seeds, but with the whole flax seeds, it's good to soak them first because they'll get that kind of, I won't say gloopy, but kind of like some textural around it, so it gets like jelly-like, and then you can spread them out, season it up, spread it out, and bake it. That's what I used to do. It's called sprouting the flax seeds. So I used to do that a lot, but I found that just making these crackers real fast is easier. It's quick, fast. You don't have to sprout overnight.
Right.
So this is really good. The Bob Mills is really good. And only thing else you'll need is 1 cup of the flaxseed, a 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, and sometimes I'll use a shaky kind, but primarily I like to get the bag from Costco, real Parmesan, Parmigiano Romano is what I like to use, okay?
So take that glare off of
Oh,
this.
that was bright light over
It
there.
was so bright that you probably couldn't even see the lettering.
Oh, okay, so that was Parmesan. A teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, pink Himalayan salt or regular salt, or sea salt we like to use too, and a 1/2 cup of water. So that's what we'll be putting in this recipe. I'm thinking I'm going to double the recipe today, split it in half, and actually make 2 different kinds. So we're going to do our Parmesan recipe, of course, but we're also going to do, I'm thinking to make some into Everything Bagel crackers, flaxseed crackers. So here's the Everything Bagel seasoning I like to use from Trader Joe's. It's like $1.99,
Awesome
super cheap.
stuff. Here, you can see
Tastes
that.
so good, guys. I usually use that with on our bagels that are on our website, which is the low carb bagel. So that's pretty cool. So simple ingredients here, guys. 4 ingredients, and I'll tell you the macros. The macros on that is 27 carbs. This is per cracker. Crackers are a nice size. 27 calories, 1.2 grams of fat, carbs 0.8, and then fiber 0.4 technically, even though it's really washed out. And your proteins are 2.5 grams, and the net carbs are 0.4. So it's like hardly no carbs in these crackers because flax has more fiber. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
So
and they taste extremely delicious, so you'll enjoy them.
they're pretty good. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna double the recipe, like I said, so we can split it in two. He'll roll out the one cracker, I'll roll out the other cracker. So everything bagel crackers, and we're going to do Parmesan. So can you do
So real quick, when
Okay.
you're talking about doubling, does it mean that every time you just always double a recipe, like the ingredients, or does that always work to double?
No. When you double, recipes don't always work that way. It's not always good to double recipes. It's kind of better to do small batches of recipes, but since this is super simple and a few ingredients, it's easier to pull off, to
Okay.
double it. But generally, it's really technically not a good idea to do that. That's why sometimes your recipe comes out wonky because trying to double it doesn't work.
Right, so like double baking soda all the time would be
No.
like deadly.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's no. That's
Okay.
no. So you have to have a balance. So, and it's just when you bake, when you're baking it, baking is still a science.
Right.
So I mean, so really, it can be tricky. Sometimes so sometimes even myself, when I'm baking and making stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, wait, I made it like twice before, it came out great, and then all of a sudden I make it again. I'm like, what happened? And sometimes I'll make it again and it's fine. All depends. Sometimes it's the humidity. All depends where you live. If you live in a high climate, you know,
High elevation.
high
stuff.
elevation,
Yeah.
exactly. So that can change it. The almond flour. Speaking of like when you do different ingredients, the almond flour. Like recently, Jimmy 2 days ago bought me some Bob Mills almond flour. Now that almond flour has more carbs in it, and it's more grainier for some reason than the one that we use from Costco. The one we use,
Right.
and they both say super fine almond flour. So I went to go bake. I'm making a new recipe for the cookbook. So I went to go bake a treat, one of the recipes out of the book, and it totally came out like the texture of the bread part of it was really grainy, whereas the one super fine from Costco was nice. It kind of mixes like smooth batter, so you kind of
Right.
can't tell. You kind of can't tell that it's a flour or almond, basically.
So the one the Bob Mills has way more calories.
Yeah, and
Like
carbs.
Carbs.
Mhm.
And especially that's our thing with keto is to be concerned about the carb ratio.
Right, right.
And it's also much more grainier, so you're not going to get the regular
Like that cake feeling.
cake taste.
If you, like, especially if you're making cake and stuff. Now it'll probably be good. I'm gonna keep it because
That's
it
a good
probably
point.
because I made gravy with the Costco one, a little bit of as flour, and it came out smooth. But other like if I use Bob Mills, and I like Bob Mills still a good company and everything. But if I use like that brand, it makes it turn out a little more grainy. Like you'll taste all the texture.
So if you're doing a scone, it'd probably be good to use like a
Yes.
Bob Mills.
Absolutely right, because it's more you want that texture, or cookie.
Right,
Actually,
right.
because cookie you want it to be crumbly and crispy, so it'll taste better. So
Instead of looking like
right.
a baked cake.
Yeah.
Or a biscuit.
yeah, because some
Or-
people ask, they say, oh, how come mine didn't come out? It didn't come out the same, or it's a little drier. Coconut flour is different. Almond flours are different. I mean, they're not all alike. So sometimes it's the brand. So most of the time on the website, we'll have on there where it says we like this brand, and then you can kind of get that brand, or Costco. That's the main place that we go to if you have a Costco in your area. So yeah, so that will be the deal there. Who's on?
So we have Keeping Nothing.
Keeping nothing. Oh, sorry. Keeping nothing. Why did you keeping nothing? So what is your name? Why did you put that name? Why did you?
Yeah, what does Keeping Nothing mean?
Does that mean that you're a free spirit and you're not a clutterer like me? I don't like clutter. I like to clear stuff out. Yeah, I'm not one that holds on to stuff other than my relationships, of course. Yeah. So welcome, Keeping Nothing.
Yes, welcome. And we're looking for, where are you
sorry.
viewing from?
Hey, you baby cake.
We have our,
The puppy.
she's like getting in the way.
But I don't want to touch you. Okay,
Nope,
hi.
she's all-
I'll
let me
kiss
see
you.
her.
Yeah,
Here,
because
girl.
I'm gonna be touching stuff, so I don't want to touch the dog and touch food.
Oh yeah.
at the
So
same
she's
time.
gonna hang down there.
And I need to grab water. I forgot water actually.
Justin, welcome, Justin.
Welcome. Hi. So today we're making our flaxseed crackers from our website, the Parm ones, and we're gonna do a twist and make a double batch and make some Everything Bagel crackers. So it'll be delicious. I
Okay.
haven't done that yet. So
Oh,
let's get
awesome.
started. Okay.
So
What I-
you're on. Let's watch.
Okay,
Let's eat.
I need to come past you guys. Ignore the head that's going by. I need to grab water because I totally
She
forgot.
forgot the water.
Yes, the main component.
Now, if you really want these things to taste really good, you're gonna have to go to New York and get that kind of water there that they use in the pizza dough. I'm just playing. You don't have to do that. We're here in Vegas, so
Yeah.
we're not gonna do that. We're gonna just enjoy the water that you have to buy to drink the water here.
Yeah, we buy water, so yeah.
You don't want it out of the sink.
So the recipe I'm doubling right now, and you can't, like we talked about earlier, we can't really double every recipe. So all you need is, so do you want me to get you your own bowl? So
Yeah.
So
yeah, that way we can do
doubling
double it, we can do our singles.
Okay, we'll single.
So
scratch that. So let me grab another bowl. Ignore what I said 2 seconds ago. All right. Let me grab another bowl. Forgive me. Oh, maybe the tall guy should.
That's a good point. So Justin said, keeping nothing is that you came into the world with nothing, and you'll leave in the world with nothing.
Amen.
Basically, as he's saying.
Amen.
So good point.
Yeah.
If you know the scripture, post it, Justin.
I know, right?
I believe it's in Job, but you can post that and let us know if I was right. So.
Okay. Good word. Good word.
That's definitely a good word. And
yeah.
I guess what that means that you should expend everything that you have.
Yes.
Don't leave anything in the tank, as they say.
Yeah.
So now with this recipe, you're gonna do, what's that, 1 cup?
Yeah, I'll give you yours. We're using golden flaxseed milk. So I like the golden one better because it looks prettier. Let me grab yours.
Now, is there a difference in the golden versus the darker ones?
Yes. Well, the golden flaxseed is lighter. It makes it a little bit lighter, crispier. It's not as heavy. The darker flaxseed is heavier. So that's the reason why I like the golden. But either one will work either way. But but it's just a preference of mine personally.
So I would think, and I'm not necessarily the baker, but my understanding would be that when you're doing it, as far as if you're using the darker one, you can expect that maybe you might have to cook it a little longer or bake it a little longer. Or that it's just going to be so thick, so you may not have the crispy crunch or break like you would expect with the
It
lighter
will be
one.
a little bit different. Sorry guys, I'm not in the frame, but I'm like, I forgot some things. Here you go. Here's a spoon for you, sir. Hey, we're just winging it. We're live. We're just having it. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Actually, what are you cooking
this weekend?
Yes. Is there anything special? Are you prepping for the holiday? Thanksgiving? Yeah.
So Thanksgiving's coming up, and the Cowboys are going to be playing on Thanksgiving, so we're excited about that, like always. And it's the great classic game because they're playing the Redskins, and my dad just happens to be in Clinton, Maryland, and that's outside of DC, so that is going to be your Redskin territory. Yeah. So to all you fans out there in Washington DC area, we say hello to you.
Hello.
But as Cowboy fans, we will take you down.
Take you down. Sorry. We love you though. You're welcome to stay. So I just added the ½ teaspoon of salt. So his will be a little bit different since he's using, I probably shouldn't have put that much salt in yours, but that's okay. That's okay. So his we're gonna do, I'm using let me see, garlic powder in mine. I think here, you can sub yours out for the Everything Bagel. So probably put about we're winging it, because we're altering this. So maybe half a teaspoon of the Everything Bagel, or a teaspoon.
Okay.
Here, you wing. Here's a teaspoon. And I'm going to continue to put the 3rd cup of Parmesan cheese in this bowl.
So again, we're making the crackers. She's making the Parmesan cheese crackers.
Yeah.
And I am making the everything, but what is it? Everything
but the kitchen
but
sink.
the bagel sesame, and that's from Trader Joe's. If
Yeah.
you see that, Trader Joe's. This
They
is
have some good spices,
They have
guys.
some excellent spices.
And they're not expensive. Like they're like $1.99, and they have interesting spices. I have this smoked African spice that they have there that tastes really good. So and it's simple. So I like to play with their spices and throw it on like chicken and steak and stuff. So and fish. So we're gonna mix the dry ingredients together. Let me get my garlic in here. So since that Everything Bagel already has in it sesame seeds. It has salt in it already, dried minced garlic, dried minced onions, black sesame seeds, and poppy seeds. So
that's a lot.
And then you just sprinkle a little bit on top. Let me see, make sure it's not too salty. Okay. Not too salty.
So after making it, then wait a minute. I just missed that one, man. It just went away.
What happened? Oh, the comment?
Yeah. So I think that was Justin putting a comment in, and it just disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Oh, maybe he deleted it.
But I know that, so this weekend, just hanging out, we've been doing construction in the house, or basically doing a lot of painting, and we finally got the garage done. So I got the overhead hangs. I got LEDs in there, man. It is daylight at nighttime.
Okay.
It is daylight.
He's really hooking up his man cave, is what I'm calling it. Okay.
Right now it's a cold one because weather changed with us.
Yeah.
So what else are we putting in here? So looking at the recipe.
There it is. Looking at the recipe, I don't even know why because it's only like 4 ingredients, but I want to make sure I get it right for you guys. So about a half a cup of water. I'm just going to use this one. Generally, if you're using liquids, guys, use a glass cup, of course. But I said in the recipe only put a portion of that in there. Hold on.
She's waiting to see if it's going to work out with that one.
You know, here's the dealio. You can all see, because I usually put a little bit at a time in, guys. So, you know, ignore rosemary right now. I ain't doing it the way the recipe says, but that's okay. I can always add more flaxseed. So here, I usually take about a half a cup and just put a little bit at a time till you get a dough-like consistency. So since I just threw all the half a cup in there because I'm talking, okay, I am going to add a little more, because see how it got wet? Our alarm keeps going off.
Yeah, the video ring keeps going by because I believe one of our neighbors is cruising by.
Yeah.
Or hopefully we have a visit
from Amazon. Yes,
yes.
We get packages every day, like. So let me see. Okay, so I added a little more flaxseed meal in there just to tighten it up some, because you know when you're cooking, it's okay to change it around.
So see, I'm not adding all mine in there yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
it look pretty thick.
It looks thick, but it still looks dry.
Yeah, that's okay though, because it's a cracker. So you want it to be a little more dry, so just add a little more flaxseed to it. Because you want it to get like a spreadable dough. Let's put it that way. And then what you're gonna do is line line yourself out some parchment paper or wax paper. I like to roll the bottom on with parchment paper. Put the dough on it and then cover it with wax paper or another piece of parchment paper, and then roll it out to the size of the cracker you want, and I'll show you that. That way you can just slide the paper right onto the baking sheet.
It's kind of weird, Justin. I am like...
What happened?
Oh, wait a minute. I think I just saw it.
Oh, he's trying to learn how to do the comment thing.
After making it, then send me some food, okay?
If you live in Vegas, we will literally bring you some if you live in Vegas. Watch, he'd be like, I do live in Vegas. He's like, come on.
He's like, I just happen to be here for a convention.
I know, right? That'd be so funny.
Actually, we have somebody here that's in town, but hopefully we'll get to visit him while he's here.
Yeah, that'd be
hold on, I'm gonna get a spoon here.
So I have the Parmesan crisp, not Parmesan crisp, I don't know why I said the Parmesan dough all done. Okay, it's really a pretty fast recipe, guys. It's just that, of course, we're talking, so it's gonna take a little longer.
So do you think I need to add more water?
Let me see your dough.
See that?
Let me see. So his dough.
I'm gonna wash my hands because I did pick it up.
Good job. So like the dough consistency will be like this. See? I don't know if you guys can see that. So it's like it pulls itself together really well, okay? So it's kind of thick. So you want it to be rollable. That's the word, rollable, right? Rollable.
Mashable.
Mashable, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, you want it to be rollable. So I'm gonna roll out mine first. We're gonna try to fix Jimmy's. Kind of dry. But you know what? Because usually like flaxseed meal will tighten up. No, it's good. You just got to keep stirring it. Yeah. See, if you keep stirring it, it'll get itself together and it'll become a dough. So keep on stirring that. Let me get all this out your way.
But you don't want it, so I didn't use I didn't use all of my water.
Right, and I say that on the recipe on the website, which is faith4ketokitchen.com, same as our YouTube channel. And I say that on the website because you sometimes don't need all the water. Like I said, some flax seeds and flaxseed meal and things vary. Gosh, our alarm. This is our ring alarm. If you guys have a ring.
Like, what is going on? Where?
Let's see. So.
Where's my thing at?
Oh, so he's trying to see the comment. I think you hit right here for the comments. Nope. Maybe. Nope.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop.
See, nothing. Sorry, guys. YouTube newbies.
All right, here we go. I'll have to do it this way so I can keep up.
Ah, sideways. Okay, sorry, guys. We missed your comments.
So, Sydney. Oh, my gosh. So, Justin is out in Sydney. How is Sydney, man?
What?
So, does that mean it's like, because it's coming closer to wintertime, that means it's going
That's really cool.
Springtime there, is that about right?
Let me
I
move
think
your
that's
water.
about right.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, guys, is use this silicone mat. I love these mats. I think I have it under my favorites. If you click on the link below under my favorites, or you go to our website, you'll see that I love this mat. You know, I'm not getting paid to advertise it. I'm just letting you know.
So it's Zenware.
This Zenware one, love it. So what I think I'm going to do is, instead of the parchment paper, I'll use the parchment paper when I roll over it. But I'm going to use this so I can easily transfer it onto the tray. And I'll show you once I roll it out. Thickness of a cracker, go.
All right.
What, somebody say something?
So Justin is saying that it is going on spring there.
Oh,
So
cool.
Right, Mighty. It's
All right.
awesome.
Don't try to act like an accent.
I know.
You don't hear him try to act like
I just have to hide mine around here, you know.
You are not Australian, okay? Let's not get it twisted, brother.
Okay, so look at the technique she's doing to roll out.
Yeah, and I wish I can turn the camera down.
And it's really important to show that, which I can,
Can
because
you turn the
I'll
camera
play it
down?
around.
Okay.
So watch this. I'm gonna help you out.
He's
Okay.
gonna look, the dog's behind you.
All right, careful there.
All right. So what I'm doing is this. This is Rosemary's technique. That's perfect. Okay, so what I do is just form the dough, which is a super easy dough. This is why I like to use a silicone mat. And then I just take parchment paper or wax paper. If you have wax paper, that's cool too. And pretty much just roll it. And now, when you roll any type of dough, if you're making pie crust or whatever you're making, start from the center and work your way out, guys, because you'll get an more even distribution of your dough, like that. Start from the center and push your way out. That way, sometimes, you know, you don't want a thicker dough in the center. So go like that and work on all ends. We're gonna try to make like a rectangle. Also, guys, if you have any questions, you know, shout them out. If you have any, you know, Jimmy and I here both, so if you have any relationship questions, if you have any, I don't know, any kind of keto questions, we can answer them to the best of our knowledge. Of course, we're not doctors or anything like that, but we've been on keto since December of last year. So about, what, 11 months now going on?
Yep.
Or 10 months and a few days. So if you do have any questions, let us know.
So right now I have it down like this, so she can go ahead and...
Yeah, then I'll get our faces back in there.
So
this is what it looks like. See? This needs to be a little thinner, so you can play with the dough, guys, and shape it, push it back in place if you have to, okay? But the key is, if you use the parchment paper, you can lift it up and do all that. Keep checking it, okay? Go ahead, love. Did somebody say
So I'm
something?
doing that just to make sure that they can get a good view of that.
Yeah.
So this is preventing it from being, for the stickiness?
Yes. So it doesn't stick to your rolling pin.
Right.
This is the way I do it. My technique I like to do. See?
Now another thing that you can do when you're rolling is if you have, if you're trying to make sure that what is it? Because we're doing crackers, she wants it thin.
Yeah, I definitely want it thin as possible, as cracker
But if you
size.
want to set it up where you have like an even texture, even depth,
Yeah.
then what you can do is get maybe some side rail sticks and stick those in between that are low enough where you get the level of the,
What is a side rail stick, sir?
well, like you can have some chopsticks or something, but chopsticks,
It's
they
so
usually
funny.
start on one level and they go lower. But something that's level and you can stick it on the side and roll where your handles stay on that and you push press the dough in so that it stays at a certain level.
Okay, you can bring it back up. Well, actually, I think this is where I want it to be. See that, guys? Let me cut it and show you how I cut it first. So, and then we'll pop the camera back up. So what I like to do though is take a pizza cutter, all right? And I like to cut it with the pizza cutter. Even though it doesn't look, super even on the end, but you can always straighten them out. You can always take pieces from one end and put it over here. But you're gonna just cut them into cracker shapes, whatever size you want. I like to do it about the size of like the wheat thins. You know, the wheat thins. I don't know, do you have wheat thins in Australia? I'm sure you do. But like, cut it like that. Get the nice square, trying to do as even as possible, right? And this looks like it's a good thickness for the cracker. And then if you gotta cut that in like that, and if you get the little ends like that, that's those taste tester ends, so, okay? So when you get the ends like that when you're eating your cracker, and you can, like I said, you can always fix it and stuff, but right now, we're just gonna keep it as is. like that. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this will be really cool for like a dinner party if you want to set out some keto crackers. You know, these just taste like regular flax crackers, you know? And these ones are delicious Parmesan ones, so your guests won't even know that it's like, you know, of course it's keto friendly. You know, are any of you guys on the keto diet, or I like to say lifestyle?
I can tell you this, out here,
that?
hey, we look young because of keto. No.
Yeah, no, for real though, but we eat a healthy lifestyle. And we are, I'll tell you our age in a second. So, yeah.
Well, I already said it. We're in the...
Did you? I'm 20, boy. What did he tell you guys how old I am? I said I was 20. So then you just want to take this, and it won't go anywhere. You just take yourself a baking sheet and just slide it on. You can do the same thing with parchment paper as well. See that? Simple.
Oh,
okay, now you can move the
awesome.
camera up. Okay, so usually at this point, if you want them to be a little more seasoned, you can put a little more salt on them because it'll stick well. And we'll show you that with the Everything Bagel. He's trying to move the camera up.
Oh, I see. I got that in the way. Sorry, guys.
So I
And
just
then
get
let
a
me-
little bit of salt if you want them to have a little more flavor. Because at this point, this is where the sticking point is, okay? So you want to make sure you just kind of like this.
Did you-
I see this meme all the time, guys. Check it. Let me see if I can do it. Hey, I did it. Let
You
me get
missed, though.
Man, they can't see that I missed. Did you see that I missed? They can't see. You're supposed to be like, yes,
If
bravo.
Leona gets to it,
Supposed to
she's
say,
like...
bravo, wifey, bravo. What happened to that? So I'm going to try it one more time. Woo.
Let me get my water out of the way so she
I
doesn't
like
hit
that. Actually, that makes you feel powerful. I feel powerful. So anyway, so it says bake for, so here's the deal. You'll bake them for like 12 to 15 minutes. Let them get kind of crisp up some. And then you'll take them out, turn them over, put them back in the oven again, but turn the oven off, okay? And let them dry out in the oven for like 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you leave it in there with the oven off, the drier they'll get, and then they'll become crispy, okay? So I'm gonna pop these in the oven, and Jimmy's gonna start his. Here you go. And you can just put yourself down a piece of parchment paper.
And then I'll do another piece on top to
Yes.
do the road.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to the oven, and you want that at 350 degrees, which, guess what, guys? Guess what? Wolf didn't put the oven on.
Oh, no.
How special am I?
You know, it's so funny because the oven was just on for something else
Yeah, I
that
was
she had in the
baking
oven.
bread. Yes.
So always remember that, guys. Before you start to bake or cook, you know, make sure you turn on your oven when you're baking.
Yeah, kind of important.
Kind of.
You may
All right.
need your oven to bake. I don't know.
So,
I got this. See, I'll take this from you.
all right. So let me see here. I'm gonna.
So, who was that said they were chilling this weekend?
That is Justin and Sydney.
Oh, both of you guys are just relaxing this weekend. So Sydney is from, oh.
No, Sydney, Australia.
Ah, Justin in Sydney.
Okay, so
Got it.
now I'll take that other one.
Okay, here you go.
So this one again is the Everything Bagel, basically.
Yeah.
And then the
So he's gonna roll that one out, and I'll answer any questions you guys may have. Let me borrow this. You can slide it that way for you.
thank you.
You're welcome. Here you go.
All right.
Let's see. You make so many. Wait a minute. Let's see. But you look young. Thank you. Okay. And I was born in '67. Oh yeah. Okay. Keeping nothing. You making so many. Is there any party? I'm just making merry because I want some crackers this week, to be honest with you. So, you know, usually I make things in advance. Like we have our graham crackers we make in advance. We like to make like breads in advance. We have a really super easy, it's called Better Butter Bread. And Rosa's Better Butter Bread. And it's on our website. I baked some this morning because I'm actually going to make some stuffing, a stuffing recipe for the website for Thanksgiving. So we like to just have those things in advance so that if you are on a keto diet, if you're eating, like for instance, if you're eating, you can move stuff around.
Yeah,
If, for instance, if you're eating like a low calorie diet, I mean not low calorie, sorry, a low glycemic or diabetic diet or a low carb diet or sugar-free diet, we just like to have those things available so that you don't go off the diet and say, oh man, forget it, I'm just going to grab the first thing I see, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's hard. I know it's hard to stick to certain things, like especially diets. So we just call this a lifestyle. I mean, we enjoy it. I mean, I bake and make food all the time and try to prep in advance because prepping is the key. You know, because just the other day I was like, man, I wish I had some bread, and I didn't have it available because we had made French toast and stuff with the bread. But if you
Okay,
get
I'm
it-
having difficulties. You know why?
I was trying to talk so you wouldn't notice that he was having trouble hearing.
So this is the difficulties, and this is the good thing about doing live and what I learned. 'Cause
already.
I've learned already. So if you're not going to use a Zenware and you're going to have a mat, then what you need to do is you need to tape down your first layer of parchment paper.
Here, love. If what you need to do.
Because that way, that bottom piece does not move.
What I generally do, I put weight into it. So I'll press, and then pull. You don't
see,
have
I
to
was
hold
using
it down.
the handles.
No, you don't have to hold it down. Watch. Wing hand, so watch. All you do is press. I know they can't see it, and pull. So when you put pressure on it, and I should have probably told you, put pressure on it when you roll, and I take the whole rolling pin instead of these handles, and that way, if you put pressure on it, it'll actually move.
So this is a learning tip right here.
You're so funny. Oh, you're gonna move the camera?
So moving the camera down.
Let me adjust your dough, because you got it a little bit different. I'm not gonna say wrong. It's just wonky looking. Okay, guys. So I'm just let me patchwork Jimmy's dough.
So this is telling you, anybody can do it as long as you have a professional next door.
I'm not a professional, but I play one on
So
TV.
is my dough dry?
Your dough is fine. Your dough is fine. So his dough is not too dry. You just got to get it together. Because with the flaxseed, it definitely will like build up. It's not gluten, but it will build up a base where it kind of gets sticky enough where you can roll it out.
And
Which
then,
I think you did good. So your dough looks good.
so
then-
look at that.
So take it.
Now I still recommend the taping right here on the
That's
edges.
fine. You could tape it. You
You can
tape
use
it.
masking tape,
Yeah. Okay.
you know, or the painter's tape, because it
Okay.
won't stick.
Keeping nothing says cool thinking, guys. Yeah. You have to think in advance. Yeah. So what you press
See that?
and hold on, get a hold of your, rolling pin. Press it from the center always, and then push. Okay. You're gonna pull, and you go from all sides like that.
Look at that.
Okay, and you press and push. It actually helps to keep the dough cohesive. And even if you need to, because I know you have, and if you need to do this, look guys, if you need to take it off and move some dough, you do that. Because this one is Everything Bagel. There you go. And sometimes the dough gets a little out of control.
Now remember, in the Everything Bagel, you have sesame seeds that are going to be in there. So there's certain
Right.
textures that are going to make it a little more difficult to press in.
But it's okay. You can do it. Because all you do, once again, this dough is very pliable and forgiving. So you can always move pieces, stick it in like that in spots.
Patchwork.
If you don't put enough water in it, of course it's going to be a little drier, and that's okay. We're going to keep this one dry, okay? You did a good job, so we're going to keep it dry. Go ahead and cover it. So I see over here it needs to be pushed out a little bit lightly, okay?
Move that out of the way.
Yeah. So this is you did a good job, love. You always do.
See that?
Yeah. So then it's got to keep checking it. Make sure it's in the spots where it should be. Okay, love. You might have wanted to add a little more water to yours, but it's okay. It'll still be cracker-like. It's going to still be cohesive and come together. It'll be just a little bit different than the other one, and that's okay. Because guess what? If it tastes good, it's good to go.
That's all that matters. And we're going to make it rustic. That means it ain't going to be
Rustic.
perfect and shit.
It's gonna, and some people, take the crackers like this, and they just break them up. They take this whole piece like
Oh, and then
this.
they just bake the whole thing.
Yeah, they bake the whole thing, and you can do that. That's also an option since that's already there. You can do that. Want to put those in the oven for
Okay,
me?
I'll put those in the oven. So
And put
let
the
me ask you
timer on
this.
12 minutes.
Most crackers have the little fork holes in it.
Well, not like Wheat Thins. They don't have fork holes.
Wheat Thins has one fork hole.
It does? Well, if you feel the need to fork it, fork it. I mean, do what you gotta do if you want to
So
fork
this is
it.
going in the oven. How
So he's putting the other ones in the oven because I forgot to put the oven on.
And how
At
many
12, start at 12 minutes.
All right, we're going 12 minutes.
All right, so there you go. So we repaired Jimmy's crackers. And then we're gonna cut them. So go ahead and you can tilt the camera back up. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, let me know.
And then next time you can always tell Alexa, set timer for 12 minutes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
12 minutes, starting now.
Him and his Alexa, they have a relationship that I'm not like happy with. I'm just saying. Do you guys have the Alexa in your house?
Hey, girl.
Okay, so
Excuse me?
crackers. Now you want to cut yours shape? You can cut them any shape you want. You can get a cookie cutter if you want to with kids and do it. It doesn't matter. Let's see.
So this one is going to be the pizza cutter. So we're gonna do.
Okay. So keeping nothing. I one day trying it in my home, and then it got crap, and then because I don't curse, sorry, but then it got crap, and then my mom said, "Kid, I'm not rich for your experiments on food, okay? Stop." Like, look, stop wasting my food. No, that's so funny. You could, I mean, yeah. I mean, if your mama said don't be cooking and wasting her food, I can't come against that. But it is good to experiment. I let my kids when they were younger, because our youngest is like almost 19. So, and my oldest is 36 now, I believe. So, whoop, sorry, love. So, I mean, it's good to let kids experiment in the kitchen. That's just what I like, but I understand if she only got X amount of food now. It's like, yeah, bro, put that egg back because I need to eat it for breakfast. I get that. So I ain't going to be hating on your mom like that. But nonetheless, hey, I mean, maybe later on you can say, hey, Mom, can you teach me? Do your mom know how to cook well? Does she know how to cook really well? Because maybe you can be like, could you teach me how to cook? And that's how you can kind of get in the kitchen, So
there we go.
This is how Jimmy did his. I'll show you guys. So this is how he did his.
I'm gonna make mine look like the United States. I'm gonna spread it out some and hook up.
He has the United States.
Alaska, bring down Florida, and down to Panama maybe. Let me see.
Anyway, so
we just had our elections here, so locally, and it is almost looking like the United States.
Yes, it is actually.
Literally, this side here, if you look at it,
it's so crazy.
It looks like California curve right there, man. It's right on.
My husband, ladies and gentlemen.
This is it.
Anyway, so what you gonna do, love? You gonna sprinkle some more on top?
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna take these.
Make sure your dought's not too soft.
Everything Bagel, and I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some on here.
Okay. Wait. Trying to see if it's wet enough. I wonder if it's wet enough. You might want to press it in too a little bit.
Yep.
So if your dough's not damp enough, because he made his a little bit drier, he's sprinkling some on, but you probably have to press it in to get it to solidify.
Okay, so wait, I can just press it in with the thing. Put the that over and then push.
Or you can use your hands. Now
there it goes. Look at that.
You're so silly.
Make sure your hands are clean.
Wait, I think I just saw you pick your nose.
No.
Sorry.
People in their 50s don't pick their nose.
No, that's a lie. Anyway. Jinx. No. So anyway, that's what his looks like with the Everything Bagel sprinkled on it. So we're gonna bake these bad boys. Let me take some of this excess.
Did you see in Nevada where we were? It was right there.
Him and his United States of America crackers. Very patriotic you are, sir. But anyway, so that's what it looks like, guys. I'll put yours in there on the top. Do we have two? Do we even have two things in the oven? Oh yeah, we do. Yeah.
So one's
yeah, so go ahead and put it in. You can put yours at the bottom. It's fine. We just got to keep an eye on them. So once mine stop, whatever. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on them.
We'll reverse them.
Yeah, we'll reverse them. Yeah.
But remember,
But I still try to put it in my phone.
We set the alarm so we got to set another alarm for 12 minutes because it's been 8 minutes already that's passed.
That's okay. Yeah.
So Alexa, set another alarm for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alexa, set an alarm for 12 minutes.
Second timer, 12 minutes, starting now.
All right, there we go.
Alexa, you go, girl.
Thanks.
Sorry.
She's on it. All right.
So anyway, so let me see. Keeping nothing, but I still try, but in my friend's home. Yeah, and he's trying to. Okay,
that's
okay,
good.
Cool.
You know, you can definitely get your skills improved by being willing to cook for somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
So you kind of say, hey, I would like to cook for you. And you have them buy the ingredients and say, look, I just want to practice my culinary skills. Would you be willing to, whatever you want me to cook, I'll try it at your house or at your apartment. And then they're like, yeah.
You want to cook for me? Okay.
And then you just get them to buy all the utensils that you would like to have also. And then you're in like when, you know?
Sounds a little scammy there, but anyway.
But it might work.
It might work. But that's true. You could just have somebody else just cook. I mean, have someone else, or just ask someone else to allow you to cook for them. That would work actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's a cool thing to if you have those kind of talents,
Yeah.
to try to find out every possible way to utilize them. You might even start with microwave meals.
Yeah,
Something
that's
simple
true.
like that, and start to build your skill that way.
Right. So anyway, are you keto? For everyone that's on right now, quick question: are you on the ketogenic diet? Are you on a low carb diet? Are you on a low sugar diet, or are you just not on a diet at all? I don't like to call them a diet. I like to just say a lifestyle because it's not going to be a short-term thing right now. You know what I mean, for us. And so far, for us, with the ketogenic diet, like I said, we started 2017 December, so about 10.
We're almost going on a year.
Almost going on a year. And so we both lost. How much did you lose? How much weight so far?
Like 40 pounds, 40 something.
I think you lost like 42.
So just whatever, around, between 40, 45, maybe 50.
Yeah.
It was getting out of hand. So.
And why did you start?
Really, it was my supervisor at work had talked about it, and his daughter had lost like 80 something pounds. I mean, she was ridiculously lost weight, and he was talking about how she had done it, and he had lost weight before. Then I had a coworker also who, because the ketogenic diet is good for like migraines, to eliminate migraines. So he was kind of he's like a rock climber, and he was already kind of thin already. But he did it, and he lost too much weight for him. But it helped with his headaches, but he had to come off because he was going way too thin for him.
Yeah.
And it's something that definitely works fast.
Yeah, it works.
Definitely works fast if you
For
apply
most
yourself diligently.
Right. So
Keeping Nothing says, but I feel happy for not learning cooking because I learned cooking then every time my mom says says to cook this, she says to cook everything, so it's better that I'm not learning to cook.
I see.
Yeah, I hear you.
I see what you did there. You're like, oh, yeah, I don't know how to cook. Oh, yeah. I don't, because I know he's like,
So for me, when I was in college, to apply to that, Justin, is like when I was in college in San Diego, and my mom was up in Northern California, she bought a carpet cleaner, and every time I would come home to visit, for the Christmas breaks and things like that, I would be the one cleaning the carpet because I did it too good of a job the first time. So literally, it would be like the carpet did not get cleaned until I showed up.
oh my God. Oh my God. So the best way to get out of that is,
I don't know how to do that. No.
or just mess it up the first time. I'm not teaching bad things, okay? That's not nice. But usually I know some people, they do that. They act like they don't know how to do something and mess it up on purpose. And you're like, so why would you go to that person if they don't know how to do it, if they mess it up? So yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just, and what was it, last year I think it was, when I started hanging all these flat screen TVs on walls, man. It started with one. Next thing you know, I had 3 jobs already done.
Yes, it's like, hey,
different houses.
Jimmy knows how to do it. It's like, oh yeah, let's ask Jimmy. It's like
2
wait a
here,
minute.
1 here, putting up. Oh God, I was doing.
Should have dropped somebody's TV. And they'd be like, oh, no, just put the wires in loose. No, I'm just joking. Just kidding. We gotta be good.
Yes.
So then, okay, so for everyone that's on though, like I said, the reason why we started a ketogenic diet because we lost weight. I mean, we needed to lose weight. I needed to lose weight. And it did help with a lot of depression, stress, and things like that. And because you have all that weight on your body, and sometimes it's kind of like just too much. And if you're eating the wrong things, it does help. It does harm you in a way where mentally, because with the ketogenic diet, you tend to get more mental clarity, especially in the beginning. You really do get a lot of mental clarity. You get a lot of energy. I don't know, are you still feeling it since we've been on the keto diet? Do you have the energy, although you work all the time?
Well, you know what?
You work all the time, so it's kind of.
I do the hours like I'm up at 4 in the morning. So the thing that's worked best for me is because I get fed at work. So we have what's called an employee dining room, and so they have the food that was causing me to really gain weight. And now I make sure that everything that I eat over there, I have them cook. and unless there's like the ribs or anything like that, but I'll make sure I get to the ribs before they put on the
Sauce and stuff.
the sauce and stuff.
Yeah.
So things like that I get to eat at work, but I control the way I eat. And what has helped is this: when you're in an environment like here in the casinos and you work in the casinos, you see over time how people, when they first started and after they've been there for like 6 months to a year, how they look. And they're not slimming down, they're actually going wider. So, and this is like literally across the board. Across the board. There's very few people, percentage-wise, I would say, that their weight is maintained or they, lose weight. But majority of people, just like kind of like office jobs, you start to see them gain weight more so.
And do you think? I think that's a lot to do with stress too, and the eating habits.
It's the eating habits.
Because
it's
if
the
you're
food
stressed
that
out,
we have in our American diet is different.
Yes.
Everything is more processed. Everything, if it's, especially with us with the bulk food cooking, buffets. There's a lot of things.
A lot of buffets here, especially in Vegas.
And carbs and
Oh,
carbohydrates and sugars.
Yeah.
Desserts galore. I mean, we get the selection, and a lot of it tastes extremely good, and it's free for most of us. Especially when you're working in that environment. So it's easy to gain the weight. But the worst thing about gaining the weight is you're dealing with high stress situation, and because we are a tourist city, and there's a lot of people and a lot of things that you have to deal with, and that makes you more sluggish. So losing the weight, and especially when you're getting older, the expectation is that you're going to gain more weight, and that's a lie. One of the things that helped me to get to this decision was I was working, there was a wedding, a big wedding for somebody who's pretty famous who at the casino I'm at, and okay, Alexa, cancel timer. And this guy was like around my age. I think he was a little bit older. He was like 50 something, but he was buffed. And we're like 17 feet up in the air on a lift, and he had just been working out. But we had this conversation while we were taking down the lighting and stuff, and he was saying how because he had 2 younger daughters, and they were like under 5, so he's like late parent. And he was going up the stairs with carrying one of them, and he found out he was losing his breath, and he said at that moment, I had to make a decision. And so he decided to focus on his health. And he showed me his picture from, like, it was only like 3 or 4 months earlier, and I was shocked. He's like, man, I went strict on my diet and working out. And so that's why that was one of those things that happened. I think that wedding was last year, October, or beginning of November, and that happened to be right before my supervisor started talking about keto. And so these things were kind of lining up that we're getting to the point of making that decision. And I tell you, when things like that happen, understand those are kind of like those divine appointments when you start getting the same message over and over again, and it's causing a need to make a positive action change, and you should start to look at that because especially your health is important, and that's why we went with keto, because we tried something else. I think right after I had that guy spoke with that guy, and it was we were on a smoothie. It was on a smoothie diet.
Yes.
And it worked kind of good for me, real fast.
Yeah.
But it was all sugar intake, and it wasn't gonna last because you can only drink so many smoothies and still not, you're still like hungry. Mm-hmm. With keto, you're not hungry, and with us, I was still in that shake or smoothie diet. I was still eating like the sweets and stuff like that at work. So that didn't stop the bad habits. Right. I like this now because it's more clean, and because I don't eat the cakes and the donuts, but I do eat, my wife makes some awesome recipes that you can find on the Faith 4 KetoKitchen.com. And there's great sweets and dessert recipes that are not made with the sugar that basically contributes to a lot of cancer situations for most people, and diabetes and all these other things. So it's worked out for me. So we, as far as we work out and eat well, we have food, then we eat it, and we work out to stay fit. I say this, again, with the working out, because now our focus is calisthenics, which is more of your weight, body weight workouts.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the time or the resources to always go to a gymnasium to do that, you need to start utilizing what you have, which is your own physical body, and things that you can utilize to work out with by just the simple push-ups, pull-ups, dips, obviously doing your sit-ups, even utilizing kettlebells. Kettlebells is a great workout as well, and you can get 1 or 2 of those and get your cardio. Alexa, turn off timer. And so that's the bottom rack. And then you can do that and get in shape that way. I do recommend that if you're going to do keto and you're eating, you will start to lose the weight. That is guaranteed if you stick to keto.
Okay, guys, so.
But you're going to have to, I would supplement working out.
I'll show you real fast what I'm doing while I'm MIA. I'm over there separating the crackers. These I still need to separate. I'll separate, put them back in the oven for like 5 more minutes, then turn off the oven and leave it in the oven to crisp up. So far, this is where we're at, okay? I'll be right back.
So they're looking crunchy.
Yeah, they taste good too. I ain't gonna lie, I taste it.
So before, when she cut them, they were still kind of connected. They were only separated by the cut.
Yeah.
So this way, after we spent 12 minutes in the oven, you take them out of the oven, you kind of separate them.
And you flip them over.
And flip them over. And so that way, before you maybe separate them, you might want to just take sections at a time and flip those over and then separate them to make it easier on you, so you don't spend like an hour getting them undone. And then we're just going to bake the other side for 5 more minutes.
5 to 10 more minutes.
5 to 10.
You want to just bake them until they get crispy. That's all.
Yeah, and it's all about getting the crisp.
And then, once they sit, it'll start crisping up more, but the crispier you get them beforehand, the better.
Right.
I know you just hear a voice in the background. What is me?
So, wait a minute. Alex did not... Who's Alex? Alex, wait a minute. Let me look for Alex. Alex. I think Alex did not hear you, or... Oh, Alexa?
Oh,
no.
Alexa.
Oh, you know what? I see... Oh.
Alexa.
She came back on.
Oh.
She heard me. So that was 2 timers. That's why she caught on there.
Remember, we did Jimmy's baked crackers and mine.
So then...
Mine are going back in.
So now the other ones are coming up, and you're going to show those?
Yeah, I'm going to show you these ones, guys. This is Jimmy's. They're not done yet, but I'm going to take them off, break them up, and flip them over. See that? And we're going to flip them all over. See how nice he did his? Ow, it's hot. Anyway, I'll be right back. This is hot.
And those are tasty.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get to them, you know?
I think we're going to need it. We should have added more Everything Bagel on top.
Now, let's talk about toppings. So, Rose, I think for toppings on your crackers, because, you know, we definitely want to make sure that once you have your crackers, they're a great snack to have with you. Cream cheese, always a goodie. With these crackers, you could also...
you can put cream cheese, you can do a guacamole. Or just avocado with a little piece of tomato on it. You can make it into a bruschetta type. And you can just...
bruschetta.
Alexa, 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, starting now.
All right.
So now she's going to set that timer for 5 minutes.
You can take a piece, put a little bit of cheese on it, put a little bit of tomato on it, and a piece of basil, and be like a little bruschetta. You can do you can mix cream cheese. Let me think. Oh, you can do for crackers tuna salad.
Yes.
So mix up some tuna.
Chicken salad. Just make sure if you're doing those kind of salads that the mayonnaise that you're using is going to be a mayonnaise that you don't have sugar.
He said, stop, you're making me so hungry. Good, be hungry.
So-
Go to the website and make the food now. But you didn't tell me, did you say you were keto or not?
Oh yeah, so Justin, are you keto?
Or are you just eating, enjoying life? I mean, not that keto's not enjoying life, because it is, but some people are on special lifestyle changes or diets and stuff. I'm looking at the puppy because don't want her to go potty on the floor.
Oh
We
yeah.
just got her like 2 weeks ago, literally.
So she was a rescue dog from 2 weeks ago. Where's she at?
She's over here.
Okay.
She's over there.
Actually, and on the recipe on the website for those
Oh, I'm
who
gonna show you guys
have pets,
Yeah.
Rosa's made also the
Instagram.
doggy treats.
Oh, that. Yeah, I didn't
So,
even put. I didn't put,
keto friendly doggy treats.
I have not put them on the website. Those who were in my, those who are Instagrammers, I mean, those who are follow me on Instagram,
Let me find
they just DM me for the doggy treat recipe. It's super easy.
Come here, baby.
Or they either emailed me. Okay, so I want to show you guys a picture real fast.
Come here, sweetie. Come here, baby.
I'm gonna show you a picture.
Come here.
Can you show your punny? Oh, okay, yeah. He's
Come here,
good.
baby.
Okay, so let me, while Jimmy's grabbing the, come on.
Leona.
Adelaide. Good girl. Come to daddy. Go to daddy. I gotta look up something.
She's
Come to
like,
daddy. Okay.
so there she is.
Hello, sweet girl. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna find something for you guys.
She's our Yorkie Terrier, I believe.
Yeah, Yorkie. Are you a Yorkie Terrier? Anila? Yes, you are.
She's kind of shyish. Well, she's really not.
She's
but
shy until you give her the toy. Then she goes brutal on that toy. Like,
Man.
seriously. She's like, here you go, here. She goes like, I'm like, okay, you can have that toy now.
Yeah.
She's really funny.
She's definitely one going for the jugular when she gets on
Yes.
that toy.
Are you aggressive with toys?
And her choppers are not thin; they're sharp and thick,
You're aggressive
and
with
she's
toys,
got
huh?
strong grip.
You're so good. She is
So-
such a good girl. For her being a rescue dog, 2 weeks in, she is a blessing. So I'm gonna show you a picture real fast, since you asked, even though you didn't. But I'm gonna show you a picture of me. I'm just playing, kinda. I'm gonna show you a picture of myself before,
Remember,
before and after, and Jimmy before and after. This is in 4 months. So it was from, oh sorry, not 4 months. This happened in a month, literally.
Oh yeah.
I dropped like all the bloatedness and stuff off my body, okay? And hopefully I'm a little smaller now, but yeah. So here's me after about a month, I say a month and a week. See if you can see that. See if I can get that. Is that focusing, guys? So that's me, it's on my website, okay? So see how much bloating went down from like a month, I would say about a month or so. Because I was really like bloated.
Yeah.
And here's Jimmy from October of last year, about October, November last year to now, because I didn't get pictures in between for him. So
But that now was like several months ago now.
yeah, this now was several months ago. Yeah.
I mean, because that was maybe
You're still sexy.
the beginning of.
I love you. This is my man. Anyway, so look, this is him before. See if tell me if is that sharpening up? I can't tell from this end.
I think it is.
I see the shadow from the window there. That's
Yeah.
Jimmy after.
And I'm telling you, when you get there, you don't know that it's happening.
Yeah. So he was really thick. I didn't know. I mean, hey, I married him like that. I'm like, you look good to me. But then after he lost weight and stuff like that, he looks good to me no matter what. So it doesn't matter to me. I was like,
But the weight I'm at now is like where I was like high school weight.
Right.
So
yeah.
up to high school, even college, but definitely high school.
Yeah. Is
So-
it you? Oh.
Yes. That was her.
Is it really me? No. I have other pictures too. On my, if you go to my Instagram, the Faithful Keto Kitchen, you can scroll and you'll see other pictures of me before and after. And man, I'm just saying. But I feel much better now, and you know, with the weight off and stuff, and just But yeah, I think I look significantly different, and you know, Jimmy looks really different, huh, guys? So yeah, let me go check the crackers real fast.
Alexa, turn off timer.
Turn off timer. Oh, sorry.
So she's
I
gonna
felt
do
that.
that.
I felt
And
that.
then we're gonna, because we're gonna enjoy our sunny day here in Las Vegas, because it's always sunny. Oh, and Rocket League tournament championships are
you.
here. And
I
I'm a
love
big
you.
Rocket League player, so
All right.
I
Oh, let me
enjoy
quit
Rocket
playing the
League.
crackers. Let me see if they're done yet, guys.
We don't feed her the table food, but so Rocket League is here. We got another convention here. That's good. But we're gonna get her outside after we get this done.
Yeah. So I think they need a little more time
Hey,
there.
so Justin, thanks for visiting.
Yeah.
Gotta go to work. We'll see you later.
Enjoy your day. Let me
Enjoy the day.
Hold on, let me say bye. I want to say goodbye.
Before you go.
Bye. Bye. Have a blessed day.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say goodbye. Thank you for hanging with us.
Yeah, and come catch us every Saturday.
Yes, every Saturday at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time here in Las Vegas.
U.S.
Or Las Vegas time, U.S.
Okay, you ready to get done?
Thank you guys. But so they're going to be in the oven for a little longer because they need to dry out and definitely get tightened up. Nice talking with you guys. Nice talking with you too. I'm really excited that you joined us today. So we'll see you next week. And
encourage others to join too, and also to take a step in the keto lifestyle.
Yeah, and please, if you haven't, subscribe
Subscribe.
to the YouTube channel because you know you want to.
So then, what else,
Anyway.
let's see what else we have here.
Oh.
Okay, so those other ones are in the oven here.
Yeah, they need to bake a little more, guys, to get more dried out. I want them to get more drier, a little more brown on them, and I'll let them bake and stuff. And
So what's the recommendation as far as once you get them out, once you get them cooked? Because I know everybody wants to jump into their crackers as soon as they come out of the oven, but shouldn't they cool down?
yeah, they should cool down because you want them to get dried out, solidified, and they crisp up more once they cool, okay? In the beginning, when you do the cracker, if it's soft, it's gonna, if it's baking, it's gonna be bendable. So let it cool. And I usually I literally, once I see they're done, I turn off the oven, like it says on the website, turn off the oven and let them just sit in there.
Yeah.
So they can still get, crisp, and still get that heat on them, penetrating them still. So
Yeah.
it's a super easy recipe. It's a yummy flaxseed recipe, and you can always. She gotta go potty. Leona,
I don't think she does.
you okay?
We're not having no accidents.
Sorry, I just don't want an
today.
accident on the floor. Hello, sweet love.
But when it comes down to it, what's the way for them to know? Because they are going to still be soft. You're not going to be able to crisp them.
They'll be drier. Like when you touch it, you can tell. They'll be drier. They'll be a little crisp, but they won't be to the maximum crispness. So you have to let them
you don't
sit.
have to burn them. That's what I'm saying. I guess you don't have to cook them down to burn them.
If you like burnt, you can have burnt. What is it? But
But
no,
you
you don't have to
definitely
cook them
wanna
down to burn them. Hi, baby.
But know that they will have to cool off to crisp up even more so.
Yeah, they have to cool off more, yeah. So so do you want to wait or do you want to show them the finished product? They should be about 5 more minutes. So if anybody has any questions out there, let me know. Even if you watch the replay, you can ask questions.
Leave comments
Yes,
and stuff.
leave comments, relationship questions.
But it'd be great, even especially if you have your own, you can always send us pictures.
Oh yeah, when you make the recipe, you can send the pictures. You can't post them on YouTube, I don't think, but you can send the pictures or post them in Instagram and tag me it'll be at Faith for Keto. That's it, not kitchen part. In our Instagram. But if you want to email them, you can email them to us. You can. Our Facebook has Faith for Keto Kitchen Facebook. You can always join.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then
definitely do that.
Just letting you guys know, there's a newsletter that Rose has, and it is something that if you want to put in the comments here, if you want to subscribe to the newsletter as well.
Yeah.
You know, leave a comment, leave an email, or you can go through.
Well, what you do in order to join the newsletter, one, if you do comment, that's cool. But definitely go to the website. Once you go to the website, give like 2 seconds, and then it'll be a little flash thing saying, "Hey, you want to join our newsletter? We give away free prizes. Like we have a prize coming up too. For last time we did a birthday gift prize. That was for September, my birthday, and I sent off a bunch of stuff in a package. We just do random giveaways and stuff, which is really fun. This month's giveaway is going to be an Amazon gift card. I didn't disclose the amount yet. So it'll be an Amazon gift card, and that will be the 21st. I think, or no, did I say the 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving? I think I'm going to announce the winner. So go on over and subscribe, and then I'll put you in the giveaway. If you subscribe right now, not subscribe, but sign up for the newsletter. Yeah, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel because we're trying to build this community to get people an understanding on the keto lifestyle and to help people stay on it, because I hear a lot of people saying they're having difficulties because of what to eat. So for our website, we created that website too because especially Jimmy wanted me to share the foods that I make that are keto friendly. Every single recipe on there is keto friendly, which I've gotten people asking me, are they all keto friendly? Absolutely. They won't spike your blood sugar. They're low carb. If some of them have higher carb, it's because of the healthy carb, like that's in like the almond flour, or it's because of the erythritol, which I don't cancel out. I just cancel out the fiber, and I leave the like the net carbs for the erythritol or the monk fruit sweetener that I use, because that is it pretty much goes through your body. You know, it doesn't spike your blood sugar level.
Right.
But I just like to give every carb and net carb possible. But basically, they're all low carb. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So then, is it that time? Did we set another timer? We did.
Yeah, we did.
Alexa, how many minutes left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Wait a minute.
I better check that food then.
Yep.
Here
There we go.
Hold her for a second. I'm trying to preoccupy her so that she don't go potty yet. Hold on. Let me wash my hands real fast, guys.
So, always
Hold on, I gotta wash my hands.
wash your hands.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I don't want to.
Right, girl. Hmm?
All right.
So, and what else we got going here?
Oh, napkin.
So now, hopefully, we'll have something to show you here.
Yeah, we'll show you regardless, and then I'll put them back in, so that way you guys can.
Get an idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, they're getting.
See, now the other thing I'm noticing, that when these are at the point of being ready, they are, at least the other ones are flipping up and they're looking like weight thins.
Yeah.
And
Those look great, love.
the edges are getting a different tint of color.
Yes. They'll
So
start browning
they'll
also.
tint differently than the middle, and that's how you know you're coming closer towards the
I'll
end.
show that one.
So she's gonna go ahead and put these out on
I'm just flipping them all over, real fast.
and she's flipping them again.
Yeah.
So
But
in
that
case
way-
you want to do that.
Yeah, you want to get all sides crisp, and you want to get, I just like to do that because especially when we put them on the website too, you want them to look great.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll show you real fast what they look like. And then we can go,
Yeah,
bye.
your mommy's eating them.
I am eating them, sorry.
She shouldn't be leaving this out. I don't think so. That's good. But hey, what do you think?
I think say mom can eat them. Say mom bake them, mom can eat them. All right,
So
guys,
go ahead and show some right here.
so here is, I'll just grab one of each. Or do you want me to bring a whole hot tray over? Because I got to put them back in the oven.
Yeah, just go ahead and do it that way.
Okay,
And
so,
then we can end our live here.
yes. Okay,
And
so
we
basically,
can get back to finishing this up.
yeah. So let me grab, okay. So basically, guys, I got to pop them back in the oven, but turn the oven off. This is Jimmy's
And I'll put them down.
Everything Bagel. See, and only one of his little, so when you do the toppings, because his dough was a little bit dry, so it didn't really stick as well. So when you do have the basic dough, make sure it's slightly wet if you're going to put an extra topping on it, or you can just damp it a little bit with more water, slightly, and then put the seasoning on top if you want it to stick. But that's his, see that? That looks really good, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
That's his Everything Bagel, you know, and it's nice and crispy on both sides. So listen.
Oh, yeah.
So it's already crispy. I just like to stick it in there with the oven off for a little longer. You don't have to. And this is my Parmesan crisp. See that little bit of cheese in there?
Oh, it looks great.
Doesn't it look good? On both sides, see? Looks really good, guys. And mine, see?
Yep.
It's already crispy, see? Look at that. Nice
Awesome.
crisp cracker. Want to try?
Mm-hmm.
It's hot. She's like, what? I'm sorry, we'll get you a biscuit. So what we'll do is put them back in the oven, turn them off, and then enjoy them. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us, guys, today. Crackers taste really good, huh? I'm gonna have some of those crackers before we go. And you have anything to say special?
Well, does everybody have a great weekend?
Yes, have a great weekend, you guys. Thanks for joining us, for everyone that did join today. And we hope to see you next Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or Las Vegas time. And I will be posting in our Instagram. I generally post what we're going to be making. I think you can do the same on YouTube channel, post in advance what we'll be making. I'll figure that out before next week. But either way, have an amazing, blessed weekend. And we love you guys. And thank you for all the support and love. And like I said earlier, definitely subscribe so that we can build this community, and share with your friends. Let your friends know about the channel. Let your friends know about the Instagram and the website, so that if they want to eat healthy, and it doesn't have to just be keto, but if they want to eat a healthy, low sugar diet, or just want to eat healthy in general, they can make the recipes. All right. So
All right.
anyway, love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
See you next
Bye.
time. Ciao. Hasta la vista, babies.
Ciao, Bella.